Spheric News this morning. This morning we bring you our top newspaper headlines of today, and at the same time also we're sharing some vital information that what you need to know regarding the politics and activities of today, and also what happened in the Nigerian government. Depending on where you're watching it from, please, if you're watching it for the first time, do not forget to follow us on our social media handle. Our social media handle are displayed on the screen on Facebook, official as Spheric News, and I repeat, on Facebook, official as Spheric News. And we're also on Instagram. On Instagram, we are also on our Spheric News on Instagram. Please kindly follow us on our Instagram page. On our Twitter handle page, we also have our Spheric News. Please do not forget to retweet all our content on our stories, and also do not forget to retweet, please. Thank you so much. Then also on our YouTube channel. On our YouTube channel is Spheric TV, Spheric TV on our YouTube channel. Please, while watching us on our YouTube channel, please do not forget to subscribe, and at the same time, do not forget to click on that notification button just in front of you, in front of your text. Just click on it. That will help you to get notification anywhere we are live on our Spheric TV, on whenever we post a content that will interest you. Trust us, we'll give you one of the best content you find imagine. Thank you and good morning. Me in the studio here this morning is Alhaji Mustafa Abdul Malik. Alhaji, how are you, sir?
I'm good.
How was the weekend?
It was full of activities, political activities.
Yeah!
In Osun.
Especially from Osun?
Yes.
Were you surprised?
Well, it took me by surprise. Sincerely speaking, I will not tell you lie, honestly.
I think everybody expected that the ruling party would really emerge as
well, that's really
in as much as an incumbent governor, like his existing governor. Yes, people expected that it will remain. That's a big sign to 2023.
Yeah.
And what I also realized is that it doesn't look like people are actually not voting for party. They're voting for individual.
They are voting for individual.
What do you think about that?
It's you know, if you look at very well, if based on party, we have tested the PDP. We are now in APC, so people have seen the difference that look, the party doesn't matter. What matters is the individual ability to perform, and that is what they are looking for.
Okay, first on our newspaper headline this morning is on Tribune. Please, can we check Tribune? On Tribune, winners, losers as Adeleke's victory return Osun to PDP. That was over the weekend. You guys heard the story about how the People Democratic Party PDP candidates emerged the winner of Osun State governorship election. He defeated the incumbent governor Oyetola, and there's so lots to read on Tribune. We'll discuss that bit by bit. Alhaji, what do you have to think about? What do you have to say about the
first of all, I would
election?
Say congratulations to Osun State, and by extension, not only Osun people in this time around, but the entire country. Because we are seeing a democracy at work. A democracy whereby people's votes now count, not the usual way of saying, okay, look, I'm the ruling party, we are the people in charge, then we'll determine how the pendulum should go. But this time around, we are now seeing people's mass action now coming out to say, through their ballot vote, to say, okay, this is what we want, and they stick to it, and a winner emerged. Congratulations to Ademola Adeleke. He tried it in 2018, he didn't succeed. By a narrow margin of less than 500 votes. That was during the rerun, and eventually this time around, he now became winner with over 28,000 votes. You understand? This is a very big boost, to whoever is in that terrain or political terrain to say, okay, I'm looking for this. Take for instance like Peter Obi and some other persons jostling for 2023. It has now given them hope to say, look, they will push further. If they push further, people will now respond to say, okay, look, we are giving you our mandate. We are giving you people our mandate to, irrespective of whether you're opposition or whether you have a structure or not. So that is exactly what will happen now. The defeat of APC has bolstered the dream of almost every Nigerian to say, look, there is hope. It's beyond Osun. It's happening in Osun, but it's not beyond Osun.
Okay, it's still on the same Tribune. If you are watching me, please also seen on the Tribune. Factory that made PDP win 12 years after. That's interesting. And that you find that on page 4 and page 5. Then it is time for APT to go. That's PDP bragging.
I don't see them.
Who knows how long it will take? Yeah. But someone said that Adeleke family is popular. That is the popularity that gives them.
His elder brother, who was Rasaq Adeleke, was during the Third Republic. He was the governor of the state. He was a well-liked man in the state. So you discover that Ademola, his younger brother, now inherited part of the political support from his elder brother. You know, this is Osun is like it's a conservative state. It's not like any other cosmopolitan state like Lagos, whereby you discover that this or that. But you have a state whereby, right from the formation of the state, Osun, Adeleke family has been playing that role. It's just like where you have a quadra under Saraki, elder Saraki. Now the elder brother now played a vital role in Osun, and part of what gave Ademola's victory is because of his elder brother, and of which he said during his Thanksgiving he dedicated his victory to his elder brother. Okay,
Adeleke's victory is people's will. That's from the president of the Republic of Nigeria. That's the statement speech. It's the statement speech. Yes, extent, I can like that.
You would like President Muhammadu Buhari to some extent. You would like him to say, okay, whether no matter how the economy goes, no matter what the situation in the country, he still stick to that rule of law to say, okay, let the rule of law, the will of the people prevail. If you look at it very well, it's more not that typical politician to say, okay, you know, in the political climate, he will reserve his comment. He will not give that congratulations. You understand? So that you will give room to hear from the governor. If the governor said, look, I don't accept that result, they will now say, okay, they will reserve everything to at the tribunal, of which the process of tribunal. And else again, we should give commendation to INEC too, because this is the first time we are like seeing the electronic voting, that amended Electoral Act of 2022 play a vital role in Osun. While the result we are collating, you now discover that people monitor the result online to say, okay, this is the figure, and this is that room, to give that room to that manipulation became very, very, very slow, very slim, and that is exactly what transpired there. We have to commend President Muhammadu Buhari too. We give commendation to INEC too, and to Nigerians too.
Okay, so we are studying election results, Oyetola. How possible would that be?
That is a governor. He has to give that to his supporters too, to say, okay, look, we will study the result. Eventually, they will approach the tribunal. You understand?
So our next newspaper headlines we will be reviewing this morning is Independent. Can we just turn it Independent? Fear grip APC Tinubu camp ahead of 2023 election is worrisome. I will respond appropriately, said Oyetola. What do you have to say about that? Do you need to?
Dr. Israel, you observe that, let's assume that within the family, if you decide to lose one of your someone who is a loyalist, you discover that it's a minus to you, and that is exactly what happened there. Certainly, Tinubu's camp will be jittery because Tinubu wielded a lot of influence in Osun State. Apart from Lagos, I think the next state that he wielded so much influence is Osun State. And now you are now seeing someone that he anointed. Recall that the process of Oyetola's emergence in 2018 was due to Tinubu's influence. Based on what we heard, that what transpired within APC then Aregbesola had someone that wanted to succeed him, but somehow Oyetola now came into light, and all of them, they galvanized together to support him, and eventually he won. Forget about the processes that led to his emergence in 2018, but it's all about influence from Lagos, from Bodilon, from Tinubu. Eventually he emerged winner. So, and we have that kind of person, a governor. In a democracy, the last thing that any ruling party will think about is losing a governor. You understand? Now it's a minus to APC, and Tinubu's camp have to go back to the drawing board again to say, okay, at the time they are talking out, they are trying to convince Nigeria about the Muslim ticket, and they are now losing a governor. It's a minus to them.
Okay, there's one story that bothers me with on the top of the Daily Independent, you see a story on top of it that says, "With Osun done, our next destination is Aso Villa," says Ayo. And Osun victory is PDP gateway to 2023. I think Umag as a PDP and governor, PDP governors.
You see the fact is that PDP is a major opposition party, apart from a Labour Party. At least the major opposition political party in Nigeria now is PDP. There is this rivalry between PDP and APC since 2015. And you know, as we are inching towards 2023, certainly we will be hearing more from PDP. And that is exactly what IU is now saying here now, that look, the next will be Aso Rock. And then whether they can do it or they cannot do it, I don't know. As time goes on, Nigerians will be keenly watching what PDP will do. What are they going to do different? It's entirely theirs. So if they can be able to do it, good and fine. But I don't see them trying to giving themselves credit for what transpired in Osun, because it doesn't come on the platter of gold. The victory of Adeleke didn't come on the platter of gold. He has been consistent. Remember that in 2018 he almost won, and there is this issue of his certificate here and there. Eventually he decided to go back to US to study again to get that degree, and came back. It shows that he has prepared himself. You understand? He didn't get that victory just because he's a member of PDP or PDP played. Even if PDP plays some role, I don't think he will give that credit entirely to the PDP. So Atiku's camp, PDP, they shouldn't just celebrate just like that. At least we all know that, look, it's a plus to them, because when it's minus to APC, it's not a plus to them. But they have a lot of work to do if they really want to checkmate and take over power from APC in 2023.
Okay, so our next newspaper review headlines will be on Guardian. We'll check Guardian. In Guardian, Afenifere knocked Buhari over limbs of directive on terrorism. Terrorism kidnapped pregnant women, 7 others in Kaduna. Abuja journalists sue newspaper for allegedly defaming Brutai, seek compliance with FOIA. One of the biggest story there is more worries over a rising inflation. Headways as MPC meet today. You will see this story on The Guardian. Adeleke in tears of joy dedicate victory to suffering abortion masses. Next newspaper please will be on Daily Sun. Or show PDP article brag over Adeleke's victory. But something happened. I think the issues that they were saying, the number of people that turned out on their rally was not enough. Yeah. I think also the family members of Adeleke also contributed to their victory, because they are influential, and also especially Davido, they're famous here.
So yeah, apart from that too, we just have to say, okay, the Adeleke himself, the Ademola himself, he prepared this. He prepared, and if you observe very well, APC did not go into the contest as one party. There is this Aregbesola's issue that divided the party, and
APC in the state, not federal.
APC in the state was somehow divided. Aregbesola's factor too did not give that, based on what people are saying, that he did not give that the support. You understand? So these are, at a time that APC in the state ought to go into a contest as one party, they goes into that contest as a divided house, and that's to contributed to what led to Ademola Adeleke's victory.
So before we proceed with our next new paper's headlines, which is Vanguard and Daily Trust, Punch, Vanguard, Daily Trust, and The Nation, we are going to be showing you some of the procedures that happened during the Osun State election, which our correspondent have some of the clips, and we'll be showing you some clips from that election. And stay tuned and watch. In case if you're watching us for the first time, please do not forget to subscribe. Also, when subscribing, please do not forget to click on our notification button. We're going to bring you some clips, some video clips of the election process. So thank you so much.
Has been very, very transparent, peaceful. I must commend the INEC for doing a good job. So far, so good. The members in all the units are working very well. There are a few areas where we've complained that the viewers are not working, and I think they've attended to that. The turnout is massive. That shows that we are not going to have voters' apathy. I expect that the turnout will not be less than 70%. So I'm satisfied. And I must equally commend the security agencies for doing a good job. The whole thing has been very peaceful. I look forward to a credible, transparent election.
Okay, sir, how confident are you of the massive turnout performance in the last 4 years? Analysts are saying that this election might be a walkthrough. What is your opinion on that, sir?
Well, thank God. I believe I've worked very hard in the first 3 years, 7 months. I've done very well in all areas. I don't have to start to enumerate. And people have actually reposed a lot of confidence in this administration. So they want continuity. So, and in any case, I did not take that for granted. I went to all the local governments. We have 30 local governments and 1 area office. I visited all of them campaigning. So I worked very hard, and I believe I should win the election.
Your Excellency, one major thing is many people have seen Osun election as, a kind of, that it will be a stepping stone to the 2023 election. Do you see that playing out? Do you see these Osun elections as a template?
Does that put any kind of pressure on the exercise that we're having today in the process?
No. The exercise is normal. This is the last election before the presidential election next year. So it's expected that this is going to be, the positive way of ensuring that we have a very credible election, presidential election come 2023. And I believe and I hope, by the grace of Almighty God, my party, APC, will win the election.
Has your attention been drawn to any irregularity as far as this process is concerned?
Nothing I have not heard of, except for the issue of rivers not working or not sufficient in 1 or 2 places. I think it's been very credible enough.
And you have confidence in the process?
Oh, believe me.
Sir, there are those who believe that the APC, your party, was not united enough going into this exercise. What's your view?
I don't know what they mean by not united. I don't know. Politics is all about crisis management one way or the other. We are united. The party is strong. I'm very strong and very much alive.
So moving forward from this election, the party will be more united. That's what you're
Definitely, the party has always been united. That's what I'm saying. I mean, you can have issues here and there, but that's not to say that the party is not united. The party is united. And don't forget that barely 2 weeks ago, not less than 10,000 PDP members, they come to our party. That's to strengthen even the number and to even ensure that we have more votes.
Thank you, Excellency. Finally, a word to Osun. Thank you, Your Excellency. We are very grateful.
Welcome back. Thank you for watching and thank you for watching. In the Vanguard Osun factory that gave Adeleke victory. Some of you have been following up on social media trends and to know the factors. You have got to read it in the Vanguard. That should be on page 5 of Vanguard. Page 5 of Vanguard. There are so many other top stories. Where I have surgery in Nigeria. That's Osibanjo. That was over the weekend. What do you have to say about that?
He had, according to the statement from Lowo Adebiyi, he's a senior special assistant on media. He said he had persistent leg pain, so he has to undergo surgery. And he didn't travel out of the country. Over some time, Nigerians have been complaining about this medical tourism. Each time they continue to make a reference to the presidency. When we're talking about presidency, we're talking about the president now traveling abroad every time for medical related issues. including test, what the Nigerians regarded as minor test or ear pain. But this time around, Osibajo, the VP, now went to a private hospital in Lagos for the surgery. We should commend him. At least it shows that, look, Nigerians, to give that confidence to Nigeria medical profession, that look, we have a VP who seek medical treatment procedure, a procedure to correct a leg pain within Nigeria here. So it's commendation. Unlike before that, you hear even the minor governors, the commissioners, they travel overseas for medical issues here and there. So a VP now decided to seek a medical solution within Nigeria. So it's commendation. We commend him.
All right, in Daily Trust, please, next newspaper reviews in Daily Trust. In Daily Trust, how infighting causes APC defeat in Osun.
Yeah. Still what we say there regarding Aregbesola, the APC in Osun State, they were like a divided house. Instead of being one to face a formidable force, instead of them to do like that, they now decided to balkanize themselves and said, okay, because of infighting between Aregbesola and Governor Oyetola, of which is, to me, I blame the national body of APC, because they have seen this problem. Instead of them to bring them together to try to solve that particular problem, because it's not like they were not saying it. Recall that in 2018, the margin that APC defeated PDP was very little, less than 500 votes, and then coming to 2022. They are going into contest with such a formidable force as a divided house. It's really uncalled for. It's like they did this to themselves.
Voters ignore Christian ticket factor. Adeleke victory inspire PDP, APC pardon defeat. People have spoken. That is Buhari, Atiku, and others. Zamfara governor suspend. That should be good. But government suspend Emir for turbaning bandit Saraki Fulani. What is going on?
It's a serious issue going on now. This turbaning, it was done on Saturday. While the Osun election was going on, this was done. So Nigerians were not like, most emphasis was concentrated on what is transpiring in Osun. Whereas in Zamfara, an emir decided to turban a wanted bandit leader. You understand? It's like an affront on the security structure within the country. Recall that bandits, they have killed a lot of security personnel, including the military, in Zamfara and elsewhere. There's no distinction between to say, okay, what transpired in Zamfara or what is going on in Kaduna or in Katsina. Bandit is bandit. Recall that those bandits, some of them, they migrate to Katsina and to Kaduna, including what we are dealing with in around Abuja here. So, an emir decided to turban a wanted bandit. It's not just a bandit, but a wanted on the police wanted list. He turbaned him as Serkin Fulani within his domain. Although the governor Bello Metawale has suspended the emir, but it should be beyond that, because a commissioner in the state was at the turbaning ceremony. A police was provided for the wanted, the newly turbaned Serkin Fulani, and you understand a lot of things. We don't know what is really happening. I think federal government need to step up. President Mahmoud Buhari need to step up and use this as a yardstick to punish whoever are behind this banditry issue. A lot of time, people have been suspecting to say, look, government has not done enough. But this time around, you have an emir coming out to turban. It's like you are ordaining a criminal to say, okay, do more crime, commit more crime.
Okay, in the same Punch newspaper, we have top of the right, Senate order in a master DG arrest over $9 billion lose. NLC plan nationwide protest, police demand notification. The most interesting story at the Punch newspaper is face off with Aregbesola caused Oyetola re-election. Yeah. How is that possible? It was not in Nigeria.
See, these are people, they are not like me and you understand? So wherever they are, they continue to pull that strings, you understand? Why did he even travel in the first place? He traveled in the first place because he doesn't want to involve himself in the process. According to what I heard from his camp, they said, look, here is a minister, a former governor of the state. Recall that Oyetola was his successor. He recalled that he played vital role in the victory of Oyetola in 2018. But you discover that what they are saying now is that Oyetola sidelined him throughout the process of these 3 years. And then coming to the election campaign, he sidelined him. He did not inform him. He was neither at any of the campaign in the 30 local government in the state. Aregbesola was not visible on the ground. So in that kind of situation, you don't expect him to say, okay, he's going to support. It was at the dying minute that his camp decided to issue a press statement that, look, we are a member of APC, and it's incumbent on us to support our candidate. And that was the simple statement they issued. That statement is not enough. You know, politicians, they could be give you the award in the morning, at night they will do something different. And that is exactly what transpired there. Then again, I think somebody now told me, was like discussing about the Osun. He said, look, that people that before, it's the politician that scam the voters. But this time around, the voters scammed the politician. That they mentioned a situation in Ife North, whereby Yola Omishore, who is the secretary of APC, he came to the venue at the polling unit to vote. At the polling unit, the kind of mammoth crowd that came out to hail him and support him, in fact, based on what people are saying, that look, it's as if that particular polling unit is going to give their unanimous vote to APC. But eventually, when the vote was counted, it was like 50-50 between APC and PDP. So it means Nigerians now, they are not much more wiser.
They vote like their choice. Not,
it's not like before when
according to your word, you say the voters scam the politicians.
That is exactly what transpired in this case now, because a situation whereby the vote was counted, you now discover that it was like 50-50. And that is a stronghold of APC. So it's a different ball game this time around. Tinubu should not celebrate, do not rejoice. He has a lot of work to do. Likewise, Atiku, likewise, Peter Obi, and whoever are in the process of this 2023, is the voters are there for anybody to harvest. Gone are the days whereby now they say that we are the ruling party, we can determine this, we can do that. We are far gone out of that way.
All right, still on the Punch newspaper, please, we have done the page 14 on the Punch newspaper. Name another campaign DG Bashar panel tells Tinubu. Lagos businessmen accuse police of extortion petitions IG. Lagos Ibadan Julius Berger repair Long Bridge after. So these are a few stories you also find in Punch. Our next newspaper is in The Nation. The Nation newspaper. Adeleke PDP celebrates as Oyetola study results. Adeleke PDP celebrate as Oyetola studied results. According to what he said, they're going to study results. Muslim ticket shouldn't be an issue, says Pastor Bakari. Wow. Wow, what really happened?
Well, you see, the person that is saying this is a member of APC, you know, he contested the APC.
But it was among those that kicked against it at the beginning.
You see, that is what we're saying now. It's about interest. Understand? This Muslim ticket, to me, it's not like a religious thing. The politicians, they have the way of abusing the process, abusing their patriotism. Is all about their interest. Once it favors them, they will say yes. Now you are seeing Pastor Tunde Bakare now is now say that it's not an issue, and some of them, they will try to use what transpired in Osun as a yardstick to say that, okay, this because Adeleke is a Christian, is deputy governor elect, is also a Christian, so they are trying to but this is far beyond Osun. It's more or less like a national issue. It's not just because Tinubu featured a Muslim Kashim as his running mate. No. This, before Tinubu even picked Kashim, there's an outburst within the North here that, look, if Tinubu picked a running mate who is a Northern Christian, we're not going to vote for him. It's the utterances that is bad. It's not like Tinubu picking a running mate who is a Muslim alone. A mindset has already been formed that, look, if you pick this among these people, we're not going to vote. It's like some people are now second-class citizens. That is what it means. So the like of Tinubu Bakare to coming out to say this, no, to me, it's more or less like a selfish call. It's a call based on his selfish interest. So we should disregard him. If Nigerians want to speak, they should speak and condemn it to say, look, even if APC decide to go ahead with what they have as their template, Nigerians should be courageous enough to say, look, this thing is not in order. It doesn't conform with equity. There's no fair play in this case, so we should condemn it. It's not let's forget about Tunde Bakare is a politician, so you don't expect less from him. He's a member of APC. He contested the APC primaries and he lost, so you don't expect less from him. He must say something to at least please his political party, which is APC. You understand? At the end of the day, there is if APC eventually win, there is appointment here and there. Probably he's looking towards something like that.
Okay, so still on the elections, ex-NJC 14 Supreme Court justice for probe over corruption. Bank adjust forex sales policy as dollars scarcity persists. Dangote Ovi Amefule orders for Zenith Bank seminar. The toughest, one of the stories at the Nation is Labour plan 2 days protest over ASU strike. Nigerian Labour Congress have agreed to resist
solidarity, because it seems as if the ASU strike doesn't move federal government. So these children, they are at home for almost 5 months now, 4 months to 5 months now. So it means that they have lost completely a semester. And eventually, if they are not recalled, if ASU do not recall this strike now, eventually, and it extends to 6 months, 7 months, it becomes they have lost complete session. As a parent, as a father, or as a brother, that you have a younger brother that you are paying his school fees, it means you have lost a complete year, additional year. And we are talking about at the time that inflation is really biting. You understand? When you're supposed to have done something to say, okay, you put that one behind and think how to look further, you are not talking about still paying bills of someone that's supposed to have offload from your list. You understand? So it's uncalled for. We should give a knock to President Muhammadu Buhari for not taking too much, taking his time to look into this ASU issue. We're not trying to look at it to say, okay, the strike should be suspended. No, we should have a lasting solution so that this is a strike shouldn't occur again. NSC should support ASU. They should go on a solidarity protest to ensure that federal government, they pressurize federal government to meet the demand of ASU, so that they should recall this strike. Children need to go back to school. Students need to go back to school. It's uncalled for.
So there is a story that's trending. In our news, there is a story that's trending that Nigerians have some record of the Minister of Interior, Aregbesola.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of questions. Why would Nigerians always disgrace their leaders outside the country? What is the problem? What is at stake about it?
You see, the fact is that Nigerians are not happy. You understand? Forget about those Nigerians living in that.
Being happy. Who is responsible for not being happy?
See, it's the responsibility of the government to ensure that people are happy. So, a situation whereby we have insecurity, the economic is biting, and nothing seems not to be working, and then you have the politicians living above their means. You understand? It's like rubbing insult on Nigerians' faces. And once they see them over there, they will harass and embarrass them there, and that is exactly what they are doing. So, and we're on live TV. We are not like to try to support them, but we are like analyzing what is happening. So our leaders should expect that, look, whenever they travel overseas, what Nigerians cannot do to them, what Nigerians could not do to them here, certainly they will receive that treatment over there. It's a kind of a wake-up call for them to say, look, if you are in a position of authority, you must be answerable to Nigerians. Do what Nigerians want. Do what will make Nigeria better. Do what will improve the welfare and the life of Nigerians, but not what we have today, that we have insecurity here and there. People cannot travel from here and there, and also is on strike. And do you expect them to be happy? They're not happy. Some of those Nigerians in diaspora, they are the people sustaining their family in Nigeria here. So what they are passing through over there, they go to the extra mile to send money back home here. And they are every day. They go on TV, they go on the internet, and they are seeing what is happening in Nigeria. They make comparison between the countries they are living and Nigeria, although they are not like saying that Nigeria should become America overnight. No, the process must be there. But once it's not there, and that is why they are checkmating them there, to me, they are not doing what is right. But to some extent, Nigerians will support them, harass them wherever you see them. Let them come back home and do what is right.
All right. So before we go into our other news stories, for those of you joining us for the first time, please do not forget to subscribe on our notification button. Also subscribe to our YouTube page. Please, we beg you, subscribe to our YouTube page. And while subscribing, please share our YouTube content and share our stories with someone. And also, if you are following for the first time on our social media handles, please do not forget to join us on social media handles. Do not forget to click on the like buttons to enable us to get notifications. And also on our Facebook, we have Aspheric official Aspheric News on our Instagram, Aspheric News on our Twitter is also Aspheric. Our LinkedIn is also Aspheric News. Please do not forget to join us at your convenience and also share our content. Please, it will be necessary for it to be important if possible if we watch live every morning on our news, also watch in evening when we run up our system. Also, do not forget to share our stories, our news report stories and content on our social media handle and at the same time on our YouTube channel. Next story we'll bring you is, if you recall last week that IGP gave an order for spy plate numbers, and in Abuja right here with me, my brother, the
nation capital now, they must enforce
the police has begun to ensure that vehicles are properly checked, and vehicles numbers are also properly checked. As I speak, you can see the video right on the screen. So they are beginning to remove all spy plate numbers. For those of you that have spy plate number, please check properly. Either you need to go and do a normal paper registration, because most people use that. Because I was in a road safety officer. Road safety officer, and this video is coming from NTA, please. Pardon. I was in a road safety office in Abuja, and they showed me several plate numbers. Some are FGN, some are the federal government, some are NANS. They told me they're all fake numbers, no registration paper, nothing at all. And the question is that, how did they get this plate number? Who issues this plate number to them?
Apart from that, Nigerians can go to any extreme length.
No, you someone who works there give them the plate number.
Yes, you understand. But as an individual, if you are trying to use a spy, if you can we are talking about insecurity. We don't even need authority to come out and tell us that, look, we are in a state of emergency, before we know that we are in a state of emergency. Using a plate, this kind of a spy, special plate number, it means that you can beat the traffic. You can beat the traffic. You can beat checkpoint at the time that you supposed to.
Some of them are lawless.
You understand? People are supposed to submit.
And most time, police don't check them.
They don't check them
because of the plate number.
Because of the plate number. So we are talking about at the time that the proliferation of weapons in Nigeria, because all these crimes that are committing are being committed with arms. You understand? So it means that police, the IGP, he did it very well. They should retrieve all these plate numbers. In fact, they shouldn't stop at the retrieval alone. They should prosecute them.
Okay, so for those of you that use spy plate number, you have to be very careful from now and forth, and also make sure you register with appropriate. You can see some covered plate numbers are being open. So Nigeria want to know who is who, because there are high rate of insecurity in Nigeria. So if you also watch from Airport Road, those are coming from outside of Abuja, you see there's a strong checking point, military check. Vehicles are coming into Abuja, and those that are exiting to Abuja. So you have to also be very careful with your plate numbers, those who are out of his plate number. There are another interesting story yesterday from the winner of PDP PDP governorship candidate, incoming governorship, because have not been sworn in yet. Incoming governorship, that the dancing steps that he shows yesterday in church, in thanking, he loves dancing, and most people call it a dancing senator. So he's been popularly known as dancing senator. Special dance in thanking God for his victory as incoming governor of Osun State. You can see that the dancing step. You can see that the man was so excited and so happy to thank God in the church. And for me, that encourages church members. Yes, if governors dance like this, or governors dance like this, and it excites people.
Dancing is part of his hobbies, and at a particular rally, that
even the wife also dance.
Yes,
wife also dance. Yes.
And he said dancing makes him happy.
Oh, that was yes. Because I will not. I will not dance because everybody in their family dance and also they are musicians and all of that. That will bring you just to the end of our today's newspaper summary. My name remains Israel, and with me in the studio remain Mustafa Abdulhamid. I want to thank you so much for spending so much time to listen and watch to us. My name, please do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Do not forget to follow us on our social media handle. Your Facebook's official Aspheric News, Instagram Aspheric News, Twitter Aspheric News, and our YouTube channel. Please do not forget to click on that notification button after subscribing to our channel. One thing that you would like to do for us, please, and we beg you, please, try to let someone know about Aspheric TV. Trust us, we are going to give you one of the best news stories. We have a lot of packages coming up. We're going to give one of the best news stories you can ever imagine from our online digital platforms. Thank you so much for spending time with us this morning, and we said have a wonderful day. Thank you so much.